You might need your iPad to look stuff up, though.
Yeah.
Also, as much as there is a big TV next to you showing what I'm looking at on my laptop, don't get distracted reading things and read instead of talking. Because it just leaves weird pauses.
Got that.
Or sometimes you start talking like that when you're reading something at the same time, I've noticed.
That's the easiest way to multitask. I was doing it just then. The easiest way to multitask.
It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time.
Hello and welcome to the 24th question mark ever. Let's double check that. Let's make sure. I want to get 24th ever episode of the Wonderful Waste of Time podcast.
Well done. You can count.
Well, I can't count. I had to look it up.
Well, I mean, now you can officially count up to 24.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're doing the podcast, just to prove
this is you learning how to
high I
count.
can count.
This is you learning.
Gotta get my education somehow.
Wow. Okay. You know there are people in this world that can't count, right?
Yeah.
They don't deserve you.
They should start a podcast. So they can learn like I am learning.
You're right.
I'm Cross Draylai, and I have a sinus infection, which is why my voice sounds weird. And with me, as always, is...
SG. You know, you've got a good...
which stands for sinus... something.
Okay. You've got a good radio voice right now.
Have I?
Well, it's weirder when you put it on, but
yeah.
When you don't put it on, it's a good radio voice. Now, when you've got a sinus infection.
This.
That's it. That was alright.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. See? Like...
Thanks for calling in, listeners.
It's good. It worked. Oh man, that would put.
It's the only reason I got it. It's just to make the podcast better.
Yeah. Oh right. I was thinking late night.
Infection.
I was thinking late night radio show. Maybe like the 11 p.m.
Welcome to the 11 p.m. porn hour. It's
Not
all,
so
it's
much
all
the
on the
porn
radio. We just talk about porn.
Talk about porn, or is it like
boobs? Am I right?
No, is it you talk about porn, or is it like, you know, you get like radio plays?
That's what every call is. It's like, thanks for calling in, listener. What would you like to say on the air? Boobs, am I right? You are right, listener. Thank you. Next caller. Boobs, am I right? That's right, caller. Next caller. That's the whole show. It's just that for an hour.
Boobs, am I right?
And then they play like porn music.
Okay.
Like cliche.
Cool. Oh, it's the music. Oh, right. That's genius, though. Whole hour of porn
Why has slap bass
music
become porn music?
Well, slap.
Oh. That's the entire reason.
Yeah.
I hope so.
It's just the whole name says porn.
Yeah.
Slap
bass. Fretless.
What was that?
Fretless bass.
Fretless,
as in without frets.
Wow.
Yeah. Fretless slapping. That's what spanking is. Enjoyable slapping. It's not an attack.
It's not.
I like that within, it's been 3 minutes of recording and you seem to have already caught my sinus infection.
No.
And be coughing more than I am.
No. Oh, this is just me coughing in life. This is
just your normal state.
This is that, yeah. I know, it's really difficult. Everyone pity me at this moment.
Yeah. So this is a version of the podcast where we do a top 5. So we've got to spin the wheel to find out what we're going to be making a top 5 of.
This is also a good counting game.
Yeah, this is another good way to... If you can't count to 5, make a top 5. Then you'll struggle for a while, but when you get there, you'll definitely know you can count to 5. Let's make a top 5. 7, 12, Q...
And that's it.
Yeah. 5. There's only 4 of them. They're all wrong apart from 5, and 5 is number 1.
What?
They don't know how to count 5.
I'm
they
so
don't
lost
have their
now.
own podcast, So they don't know.
Wow.
Only podcasters know how to count
Only
to 5.
podcast. Yeah, this is like all the maths lessons.
This is an
that you had,
educational show.
all the maths lessons that you had
Was actually
all accumulated
podcasting.
into a podcast.
Yeah. That's what it was for.
That's literally.
I got a B in my GCSE maths.
Really?
That's why I have a podcast.
Wow. See? You see that?
If I got an A, I'd be on TV.
At least radio, right?
Yeah.
A-stars TV.
You're gonna sell it better than this.
Yeah.
Shall we spin the wheel and find out what we're talking about today?
Is this the Wheel of Fortune?
Can you give me some numbers when I spin the wheel?
Yeah,
Can you make them all?
Yeah.
Can you make them all
numbers?
very wrong?
How can you make numbers wrong?
Just count, but in no particular
Oh,
order.
just counting. Yeah, just say numbers. I'm just gonna say
just
numbers.
random numbers.
Yes,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Go.
1, 2, 3.
No.
So
That'd be good if you, that would be great if you
3,503.
didn't know how to count and
You
you
just
purposely
started.
tried to get them wrong, and then you got
So
them
1,
perfect. Right.
2, 3,510.
You started big.
400, 302, 5 million, 5,000,003, 5,554, 4 billion.
I like that most people would
100.
have gone with numbers under 100 and maybe thrown one in
54.
bigger, and you've just gone.
You wanted one under 100, 54. There we go.
And stop. Let's end on 54. It's best fictional gangster.
Best fictional gangster.
So it can be from anything,
Cool.
but they have to be fictional.
Can I ask one thing?
Yes.
Narcos, right?
Yeah.
It's based on Pablo.
But it's not really him. I don't know. That's a bit of a grey area.
Okay, so they can't really be based on
Not
anyone who's
necessarily,
real,
no.
'cause it's basically them anyways.
No.
Okay, cool.
No, that's a bit too based on a real person, I think.
Well,
I'm looking for more like Tuco from Breaking Bad and people
but
like that.
OG Locke.
OG Locke is a
from-
good...
He is
Yeah.
he from San Andreas.
He's not a gangster. He's a gangster.
He's an original gangster.
Some would call him an OG. But yeah, I think when we're defining a gangster, I want someone who thinks of themselves as a gangster. Because OG Locke doesn't have a gang, but he's a gangster.
Do you need a gang to be a gangster?
Yes, that's where the word comes from.
I mean, yeah, it
comes from
part
being
of
in a gang.
But I mean, let's say Kingpin from. I guess he's got his own.
He's in charge of a gang.
He's in charge of a gang.
Some would say he's the kingpin of a crime syndicate.
I realised once the name left my mouth, I was like, this is not a good example.
Yeah.
He probably runs the gang.
What about that guy Gangster Man? Is he...
and his posse, the gangsters.
Yeah.
Are they?
His posse,
yeah.
the posse boys.
Posse. Alright, cool.
So I don't think they need to be in a gang. It's
They're
just
not-
someone
okay.
that considers themselves a gangster
Cool.
to some degree.
All right.
That's why after I said Tuco from Breaking Bad, has he actually got a gang or is he
Who's
just a
Tuco
lone
from Breaking
crazy guy?
Which one's Tuco?
He's like this. Oh, actually, I don't remember now. You know, you're making me. I'm questioning which one's which. I never
Damn.
remember stuff from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you know what? I don't. I mean, who I would actually say from Breaking Bad is the one.
He
Goss.
does have
Goss.
a gang.
Yeah, Goss.
Gus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now
Gus is-
he's a gangster. Goss was yo.
Oh, that's in the later ones.
Yeah.
I'm like super behind.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, like. Spoiler alert.
Tuco was one of the earlier ones.
Yeah,
a
I remember
A
him.
lot of people talk about.
Oh my god!
Gus as being
Do you know
good.
who's a sick gangster? You know, I haven't even said it on the podcast, right? But I've told you that I've been watching Person of Interest, that show. You know, I
What
briefly mentioned it
show's
when we
that?
went Person of Interest, right? So it's I guess a crime, bit of sci-fi actually.
Oh, really?
I say a bit of sci-fi just
Is
for
it
the
all
point
fictional
that
stuff?
yeah. It's, but it's. I say sci-fi for the point that they really go in with the sciencey shit, right? No, techie shit, to be fair. Not sciencey shit, techie shit. Very tech orientated, right? There's a gangster in there in the last season who is just demonic. His name's Dominic. I didn't even mean to do that, but his name's Dominic, right?
Dominic.
Yeah,
Which is actually what I'm writing down.
You know
on
what?
the list.
There are two, but I'm gonna have to take Dominic off for Elias. I prefer Elias. But
Is that his alias?
I didn't even realise that.
Dominic and Elias's alias.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Is that alias? No,
that's
it doesn't.
Elias.
But yeah. No, but I'm saying I thought it spelled it, but it doesn't really spell alias. No,
that's with an A. It's usually one letter different.
But yeah, Elias, who
why?
So,
explain to me why they're good.
All right, so Elias, I'll explain to you why he's good. So he is just like he bought the old school mobster kind of style of things, right? So a little backstory. Everyone watched Person of Interest, but just very quickly, spoiler alert, right? So Elias, it turns out that his father was this crime boss, mobster, right? Who got his mom killed and tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? Who does that? So Elias, like, you get a little bit of his backstory, but he rolls in the ranks and he becomes this criminal this criminal boss out of nowhere, runs everything, as in fingers in every single pie you could imagine, right?
He's a pie bandit.
Apple, custard, bam!
Even fingers, the meat pies.
Right, fingers right in that meat.
Steak and ale.
Right in there, everywhere. No, he's also got really good morals. Like, it's weird. You know, you get really likable villains. He's a really likable villain.
Yeah.
You know, like, he gives you this impression of he's just a normal man. This is how he's made his living. And he's done it properly. Like, it makes you want to be an efficient criminal. You know, like, only because he's a really efficient criminal, but he's well spoken. You know, he's like, he will invite you. He looks like the guy that will invite you for dinner, but if you cross him the wrong way, he'll chop off your hand. You know,
yeah. I like characters like that. I don't like people like that because that would be weird and wouldn't be enjoyable. But I like characters like that where they're clearly educated but doing these rough things because it feels like they're doing it because they're evil when they want to, not because they've just got that mentality of being a criminal. It feels like they know that it's a bad thing. They know they could make money doing something else, but they just want to do that. Yeah.
Well, you know what I think with Elias, though, is I think what I like him is I feel like he's doing it to get back at his dad. I really do. Like, I mean, he does want to kill his dad.
His dad was also a criminal.
His dad was a mobster,
but not quite as good. He had his finger in all the pasties.
Yeah, he didn't quite get into the pies. He didn't quite get into pies, and like the pies were too hot for him.
And there aren't that many different pasties. To be fair.
I mean, apart from the Cornish one, you get patties.
That's the same thing. It's just a different word for the same thing.
Come on, patties taste a lot better than the patty.
You just said the same word twice.
Pasty, damn it, you patty.
That's entirely down to the filling. Let's not get into the semantics.
Actually, it's down to the person.
Yes, the love that they put into it. It's the craft.
I was thinking more the person who's tasting it because, you know...
Not the person making it. I suppose that makes more sense. Talking of, like, bad people that people like...
Right.
Wait, don't let me say my one. If you want to just interject.
No, because I didn't finish my point about Elias, right? Okay. I feel like he done it to get back at his dad. Right? And the reason I feel like he done it to get back at his dad is the story. Another spoiler alert. He takes out all the mob, like the heads of the mobs. So all the separate mobs, he takes them out and is like, well, I own all the mobs now.
Yeah.
Unity. But
bringing everyone together through violence.
Through violence, what? His dad was like head of one of the mobs, and he got rid of him.
To take over.
Yeah, well, it was a nicer way of taking over. And there was Dominic as well, but Dominic's just brutal. there's often those two Dominic.
But isn't as interesting as
he is. What was interesting in the sense of like they actually caught him, but he played it really smart, and he runs his crew to the point where, even though he got caught, no one acted like, oh, our boss has been caught, blah, blah, blah. They just went on and done their mission. So they thought it was no one. They thought it was a lackey. They thought it was just like another guy in the crew, right?
Part of it.
Just some part of it. Let him go. Thinking, he's just caught up in it or whatever. Let him go. They just let go of the leader of one of the most violent mobs going, right? Yeah. Sick guy. Calculated. He's evil. It's a really good kind of comparison to Elias. It just shows how Elias isn't really, I don't think Elias is really that evil at core. They're both calculated people, but Dominic is demonic.
He's demonic.
He's demonic, yeah. And they're just both really good villains.
In the show.
Yeah, no, it's not known as that in the show. They should though. I hope they make that
dramatic
reference
voice, and then there's the sound of thunder in the background. He's coming for us. Who? Demonic Dominic.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No, it's not that kind of show, though. I wish it was, actually. In fact, I wish just that bit was there. Everything else is
There's a lack of, like, spoofy, old-timey shows, I feel. It's like on Fallout, where they do on the radio, and they always have, like, some, like, 20s, 30s sounding radio show. I like that shit. Somebody should make that for television. I'd watch it.
Like a new old-school slapstick.
Kind of, no, but like a serious show, but that's like really over dramatic and shit because it's trying too hard.
Okay.
I'd be like the one on
But you
Fallout
can't
4
make it serious, though.
The Silver Shroud.
They played really good music.
Yeah,
really good music.
Yeah. So what I was going to say before, talking about a villain that people really like and someone who you wouldn't think of a gangster, but if someone has henchmen, does that not make them a gangster?
I mean, they're henchmen.
Yeah.
They're not a gang, per se. So that's its own
But does that not make it a gang?
Oh, no, yeah, but henchmen are different.
Henchmen are just people in a gang.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So is the Joker a gangster?
Yeah, the Joker's a gangster anyways.
No, but he's not a gangster.
No, but
he's just like a madman who he has a gang.
Yeah.
He has henchmen.
Well, he has a gang.
But obviously he's like one of the most beloved bad guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Joker.
So he isn't someone you'd think of much of as being a gangster compared to, like, the Penguin. I would say the Penguin is more of a gangster because he's like a mobster guy.
Yeah, he's like a mob.
Compared to the Joker, especially. But the Joker has henchmen, so I would say he's also a gangster.
I mean, if the latest films have been anything to go on, he gets involved in a lot of gang activity as well.
Oh, I was just talking about him in general.
No, but in general it does. But a lot of the people that he would...
Well, you mean in
mix with are gangs anyways. Well, Suicide Squad and some of the I think one of the other Dark Knights. Yeah, one of the Dark Knights. Right?
The Dark Knight is the one with the Joker in it.
Yeah, that's the one. What other was called?
The Batman Begins. Batman Begins.
Yeah,
and
Dark
Knight Rises.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. But that one, he also, like they rob banks and stuff like that. It's very like gang.
He has like a crew. Not really a gang in that. But he does in a lot of things have gangs in the games, like the Arkham City.
Yeah.
And in the Arkham series games, he has a gang.
So yeah,
is he that good a gangster? Like he's a great character.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's a great gangster.
Do you know why he's not?
I would say the Penguin's a better gangster.
You know why they're both shit gangsters, or most people in Batman are shit gangsters?
Why?
They keep getting caught.
Yeah, so do all of them eventually.
Well,
like in any form of media, most of them eventually get caught.
Yeah,
it's not really about them typically.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay. Look at it this way, right? Look at it this way. The Joker and Penguin. So this is a Batman thing. This is mostly a Batman thing, right? Yeah. And Superman, where when they get caught, the basis of it is they're probably going to prison. Like, especially in Batman.
Well,
when they've got
in Batman, they go to Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or Blackgate Prison. But...
Yeah. That's not a good gangster. Because in every episode they're in, or in every edition that you find them, because of the nature of the comics, they will get caught or defeated at the end of that. Yeah. Unless there's a, very special little twist in it and Batman gets defeated by the Joker.
Yeah, they get away more than you think they do. It's not like the cartoons where they just get thrown in to the asylum and then get out again.
Yeah, still shit gangsters, I think.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. They just have really good vigilantes.
But I don't think that's good reasoning, really, because even the people you're talking about from persons of interest, eventually they're going to get caught or get killed.
Wow.
That's just the nature of the story.
They make it interesting. Not all stories the bad guys get caught or killed.
And to be fair, the better, if we're talking about comic book gangsters, a better version of that, you talked about the Kingpin earlier. The Kingpin gets thrown in jail and then just continues running things from inside jail.
And that's a great gangster.
That's better.
Yeah, that's a great gangster.
Yeah. Even in like the Netflix series, when he gets put in prison, he just carries on running things.
Yeah, I like the King. I was going to suggest Kingpin anyways. One, because he's in quite a few comics, isn't he?
He's mostly Daredevil, but he's in Spider-Man a lot as well.
Yeah, so
most like Marvel, actually DC do it quite a lot as well. You end up crossing over the villains and stuff like that. It just makes for an interesting dynamic to have different versions of them fighting, because otherwise it'd be boring if you only had certain villains. It's usually like the arch nemesis of someone that ends up staying mostly in the same comic.
Yeah, and then the other ones
the
will
others,
just...
move around. They're just general criminals for people to fight.
Yeah.
It's like if there in the real world, if there was a criminal and then you went, no, we've got to send the same police officers that caught them last time. Yeah. You just send any police officers. They just need to get caught. It's the same thing with superheroes.
They're just public servants.
No one's like, well, Iron Man could save him because he's like standing about a metre away from him, but we'll wait until Spider-Man gets here.
Why not?
Because that is stupid.
That's silly.
Yeah.
Silly. But I would prefer Spider-Man anyways. What? He makes more jokes. I mean, Iron Man makes some good jokes, but I like Spider-Man's. They're good puns. So
he's more my style. I'd rather die waiting for Spider-Man to show up, just in case I get to hear a few jokes.
No, because Iron Man's not going to let me die. Like,
he will if you've shunned him.
Yeah, if you're just like...
I mean, most of the time he's trying to save people. If you've slagged him off,
he
won't kill you, but he'll leave you to die.
He's
got his integrity.
That's killing. If you leave someone to die, that's...
Well,
you might as well kill them yourself.
To be fair, if a person put themselves in the situation to die by forcing you to leave them, then I don't think it is killing. If you went to save someone and they rejected it, I don't think that's...
It's not so much a rejection, I'm just telling you about
If you were like, I'd wait for someone else to show up,
doesn't mean he can't save me.
I think you deserve it.
Well, that doesn't mean he can't.
I think in this situation you deserve to die, basically.
Wow. I am so upset that
you should be happy with what you're given.
Well, no, I'm not saying...
Iron Man wanted to save you, but you slapped him off.
He can save me. I'm just saying, Spider-Man makes more jokes. Or better puns. When he does it. Like, that's all I'm saying. Doesn't mean, don't save me, Iron Man. It's like, thanks, Iron Man, but...
You did say you'd wait for Spider-Man.
I would if I could.
You'd save yourself for Spider-Man.
If I was in a 30-minute quick sand pit, right? And I'm slowly sinking, right?
Involved.
Yeah, okay, cool. Sandman's got me, right? And I'm just sinking. And he's put me on like a 40-minute timer, right? Iron Man's about 10 minutes
That's a long time.
I know, but it's really slow. It's really slow, quicksand. He's trying to lure them in, right? I'd rather he lures.
It's not quicksand.
Well, okay.
It's slow sand. It's regular sand.
It's just their regular sand. But Iron Man's 10 minutes away. Spider-Man's 30 minutes away, right?
Yeah.
40-minute sandpit. Spider-Man can get here and he's got 20 minutes to make puns and save me. I'm waiting.
Waiting for them puns.
I'm waiting for them puns.
It's worth.
I'll be in the sand. I'll be in that sand like, yo. You think I'm worried? I've got a whole list of puns coming, man. Do you think like when Spider-Man's in bed, he makes like really bad incy spider jokes? Not so incy, is it? You know, like
climbing up the water spout.
Here comes the rain.
No, because that washes the spider out. That's nasty. I hope not. I don't know if anyone's ever drawn that into a comic, but I hope not.
How can you not? Come on.
Somebody's probably done like a fanfic where that's happened.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like every like superhero has done a porn flick. In the comics.
Yeah.
This is the bit in the comics they don't show you. This is how some...
They all have sex tapes.
No, this is how some superheroes made a living before it was acceptable to be such
in the case of Robin from the TV series, the Batman Robin, he did become a porn star.
Oh.
Afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, but there
you go. Sometimes it goes the other way.
Yeah.
Should we go back to Gangsters?
Yeah.
Other than whatever the fuck this is. So I've been watching through Futurama again. That has some gangsters in it. The Don Bot, Joey Mousemat, and the Clamps.
The Clamps?
Clamps. He has clamps. He clamps everything.
Oh, what is this? The guy that no, is this the crazy one?
He is pretty crazy. I think you're thinking of Roberto, the bank robber.
Yeah. Oh, what? He's got to be a gangster.
He's very good, but he's not a gangster.
Oh, he's like Yeah, oh, he is my
very
favorite villain, man.
No, I was talking about the Clamps, who is the crazy one of the mob. The mob that consists of like three people. The Don Bot, who's obviously in charge, he's literally designed to be in charge of a mob. He's the Don Bot. Joey Mouse Mat, who wears like a mouse mat with a mouse on it round his neck as a necklace. And Clamps, who has clamps for hands and crushes things. I like him because he's kind of like Bender as well. Bender bends things, he clamps things. They're designed for a specific purpose.
They're very simple, straightforward.
Yeah, exactly.
People. Yeah.
But he's the crazy one, and he just wants to clamp everything. He's the murdery one.
I was thinking he probably has beef with Zoidberg, and I see
he does have beef with Zoidberg. There is one where he goes, he has to go undercover because they're trying to kill Bender.
Right.
And Bender goes into witness protection, and then Clamps goes undercover at Planet Express and gets a job there. And Zoidberg hates him because he essentially takes his job.
They popped in the same
all
thing.
Zoidberg's got is that he can cut things, and Clamps can cut things with his clamps. Damn. And everyone prefers him. So they end up having a showdown between the two of them.
Anyone but Zoidberg. You know what? I do realise.
I feel like within the concept of a TV show, Zoidberg is entertaining. I can see how he'd be annoying in person.
In real life, yeah.
I get why people wouldn't like him.
Yeah, especially the reference to not washing. I reckon that would be a
stinky fish man.
Yeah, I mean you're already a fish. You don't need to be smellier.
He's a big lobster.
Well, I mean,
crustacean guy. He's a nothing. I don't even know what his species is called. To be fair, it does say in there at some point, but I can't remember.
Crustaceans?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, crustaceans.
Crustacean. If you don't say the end of the word, you're definitely right. Yeah, because no one can tell you that's not what you were trying to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Crustaceans. Yeah. But I like Clamps. I like Clamps more than the other two. I quite like Joey Mouse Mat because I like his general attitude. But
is he the cool laid back one?
He's kind of like he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He's like, what you doing? Whoa, come on! He does all that kind of talk. But I like Clamps more than the Don Bot. The Don Bot's just like an evil guy. Yeah. There's not much to him. But I like Clamps.
Clamps could be in there.
Are there any more like cartoon
villains? Cartoon gangsters.
What about are they really gangsters when there's only two of them in their gang? Who could say? But in Boondocks, those two guys that Riley starts hanging around with because they try and rob convenience stores and stuff that.
Doesn't.
Do you not remember them?
No, don't.
No, they're like really bad gangsters. One of them, I think it's Samuel Jackson does one of them's voice.
Wow.
But they're funny.
No,
but actually, more so a gangster. I suppose gangster rapper, Thugnificent.
Yeah.
And whatever the rest of
do you know why?
Because there's a few.
Do you know why we should put him in there
with shit names like that?
Do you know why we should put him in there?
In Boondocks.
Because I don't know the rest, but him especially, Thugalicious, because
Thugnificent.
Is it Thugnificent?
Thugalicious is the other one.
Oh right. Which one's the one that came out as gay?
I think Thugnificent.
Thugnificent. That's
I think. Else. I can't remember.
One of them came out.
Gangsterlicious.
It's
Gangsterlicious and Thugnificent. Gangsterlicious is the one that and is also the one that he's not gangster at all in the slightest. And there's that great bit where he's really scared of something, and Riley's like, "Why are you so scared? You're supposed to be gangster. That is not gangster." And then he goes, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, what? My favourite bit when Riley says that is not gangster is when he sees them two kissing. He's like,
that's why I like that bit that I was talking about as well. That's the bit that ends with Riley saying that it's all been a lie and stuff like that. And then he goes, it's like going to heaven and finding God smoking crack.
That would be so fucked up. Maybe like, what the fuck?
That's a very good line. Yeah, but Gangsterlicious is...
Yeah, he's a terrible gangster.
No, but he's a good character.
He's a
that's
great
what we're
character.
looking for.
Yeah.
He is kind of like OG Loke. He is this like
levels,
desperate to be a gangster. But OG Loke really hits them cliches real good. Oof. He does that shit laugh as well. You know, the real fake laugh that people try and do.
Which one?
To be into that. that kind of laugh. I've met people that do that and do that laugh, and it's just like you are on so many drugs.
Is it?
There's a little bit of that, but it's mostly I can't do it because my throat hurts. But they're like, no, not like that. Please no.
Okay, sorry. Right,
It's more like it's that laugh.
wow.
It's like a really bad fake. Like it's supposed to be like a sort of derisive laugh, and it's like, no,
Do you know what? Someone laughs at that.
everything about that's bad. I met a guy at the park once who did that laugh. He offered us weed. That was basically his existence. I was like, yes,
you know what
yes,
I was
I feel
gonna
like
say?
you want to be selling harder drugs doing that laugh.
I did want to say, why are you talking to weird men in the park? But there we go, he offered you weed, so...
I didn't want to be.
No, he just... Well, this is him expanding his business.
They approach you.
Pull
out their tiny bags.
This is how you... Yeah, it's tiny bags.
Tiny bags.
Like, it's like, come on, mate. Please. Don't do drugs, kids.
But
Unless they're good.
Don't be a drug dealer. But if you do, get a better bag than one of those tiny Adidas bags.
Hey, side pouches, man bags are part of they're part of the
Part
culture.
of the look.
They're part of the culture, right? You have to
It's
respect
Roadman
it.
101.
You have to respect the look. You know, this is how people know you're selling drugs. Like, come on.
That's the opposite of what you need to be a successful drug dealer, is to look like you're there to sell drugs.
You're not gonna walk into surgery as a surgeon wearing an astronaut suit, are you? No, you wear your suit, your work.
An astronaut suit is very similar to a hazmat suit. So you may
But you're not doing
show
much
up.
surgery in that, are you?
You would wear a hazmat suit for surgery if a person is very heavily infected.
Or radioactive.
Or radioactive, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, no. Look here. It's like their business card. It's their
But
calling.
to be fair, when you're thinking about who you want to have as a surgeon, what you want is a person who's really like a surgeon and looks exactly like a surgeon, with no sense of deception.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a drug dealer,
Yeah.
what you don't want is for everyone to be aware that you're a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Not to give out tips.
Cool. That
Via
makes
the
sense.
podcast.
That makes
That's
sense.
that's our new
That makes
podcast.
sense. Yeah. It was just, this is how you create a criminal.
Roadcast.
Yeah. Roadcast. Ah, see what you've done
We go and
there.
interview roadmen
See
about.
what you did. Oh, we're not going to turn it to Channel 5. No.
This is the documentary we're starting.
Oh, God. Talking about actual gangsters, though. Frank Lucas from American Gangster.
American Gangster. I've never.
Yeah. You haven't seen American Gangster?
No.
Jesus Christ. It is Frank Lucas, though,
I've
isn't it?
seen American Psycho.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty intense film.
That's
different
nothing
type.
to do with it, but
It is Frank Lucas, though, that's his name.
yeah, Frank
Yeah,
Lucas.
Frank Lucas. Yeah. And it's like, obviously, it's based on a real gangster.
Who is it?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it
but it's based
Denzel?
on a real gangster, isn't he? So,
Yeah,
I think-
it doesn't
oh,
really
yeah, it
count
doesn't
if it's
work.
just like a
Damn.
portrayal of an actual person.
damn, because he's so mean in this. He's so mean in this. It's
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You don't know how accurate the films are to the people, but really, we're looking for fictional gangsters.
Totally made
I
up.
don't really want to give gangsters the props to go. Here's a top 5 of actual gangsters.
Hey. Sometimes you gotta give props. Sometimes you gotta
Unless
be like,
they want to sponsor
hey.
the podcast.
With money, guys. With money.
Clean money.
Come on.
Post-laundered money.
Jesus. Post-laundered?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want it
you
pre-laundered
want
because then it's still dirty money.
It's just drug money then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or gambling money. Would you take gambling money?
So,
So you got.
It depends how they want it.
Did
did they win it cleanly? Then yes.
No, as they're running a gambling firm.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I mean,
That's other people's
This
fault.
gambling firm, right, fair enough. It's therefore
Everyone else made the
fingers
poor
and their
decision.
hand.
If
Cool.
they've rigged it so that they win, like any good casino would.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I don't know where my moral line is on that.
Oh Jesus! Well, we'll get back to that. You know what? We'll see who approaches.
If they've cheated to get the money, no.
Okay.
If they've just won it by having shit odds for people, then I'm fine with it.
Okay, fair enough. Because it's just gambling. Cool.
Gambling's a horrible thing, is a fucking travesty and plague on the world. But I'm not doing it, and it's not my fault.
I bet you isn't. I'm joking. That's a terrible joke. It's a terrible joke. It's a terrible thing. But anyways, so Frank
I
Nichols.
bet you're not a gambling addict. Yeah. I'll take that bet.
But I'll double it. Oh no! Right. What other villains? Well, no. It's not just villains though. It's gang villains. It's got to be like.
They've got to be gangsters, not villains, because that's a separate top 5 altogether. Just the best villains. I'm looking for. They've got to be good at being a gangster.
Yeah.
That's the thing that needs to be involved. If you see The Fifth Element, do you like The Fifth Element?
Doesn't ring a bell.
You've never seen the film The Fifth Element? No,
really?
Bruce Willis?
No. I know the film. I know. Oh yeah. I know this film. Do you know what it is? I have seen
Gary Oldman, eternally the best actor of all time.
Cool.
That's facts. I'm sorry.
What has he done?
I'm sorry for anyone else who thinks otherwise. What has he done?
Yeah.
I've not got time to get into that.
What's his name again?
Gary Oldman.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
You know who Gary Oldman is.
I didn't catch your name. Sorry. Sorry.
But you went straight to what has he done? Like, no, I'm going to prove you wrong.
No, what has he done?
Fuck off.
No, okay, fair enough.
You know full well.
I've not some
he is one of the greatest actors.
I wouldn't say some of. I wouldn't say greatest. That's a big word.
You're incorrect.
Like incorrect is also. It's not the biggest word, but it's also a big word. Anything over 5 to 6 letters is quite big.
The biggest word I've ever said.
No, that's 4 letters. It's not that big. So your point about...
so he's a gangster in that Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel's org.
Wow.
He has a gang of aliens. I think we talked about his weapons before that he buys, that you tag someone and you can shoot in any direction and it fires around the same person. Yeah. But he's a good gangster. He's got a gang of intergalactic aliens. That's pretty high level. To bring together aliens across the galaxy is a bit better than just bringing together some gangsters in New York and stuff.
You're saying this, and I'm thinking, Guardians of the Galaxy. Are they a gang?
They're a team. They're not really a gang.
What?
I feel like gang has more of a negative connotation.
Weren't they go around stealing shit? So
well, 2 of them. Well, one of them, and he brought his tree friend along with him.
Well, no, so was Star-Lord.
Actually, that's true. Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, so 2 of them.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say they were a gang.
And the other one was a criminal because they broke him out of jail.
They're all criminals.
I'm
not arguing that, but only 2 of them were thieves.
Well, okay, but not everyone in the gang is a thief. Some of them are killers. Some of them are But
I still wouldn't say that they were a gang.
Fine, because they saved the world. They're not a fucking gang. Okay.
But are the Justice League a gang?
No, because none of them are criminals.
But I don't think criminal makes it a gang anyway. I think it has to be.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
You're just trying to be a contrarian. They're very good, but I don't think that counts.
I like a good big word.
You know what? The lowest form of intelligent argument is.
Oh, you're not.
Is pointing out that someone's saying big words because you can't think of a bigger word.
That's terrible. I'm not pointing out because I can't think of a bigger word. I'm just putting that as a big word.
To be belittling, you keep going, that's a big word.
They're good words. These are good words. Okay, fine.
Buy a fucking dictionary.
I won't point out when you use good words. I will just
Gary Oldman's been several gangsters. Because he's a gangster in that. He's also a gangster in Leon. He's the gangster from upstairs.
Leon's a good one.
Yeah.
But he's a bit brutal in that.
He is very fucked up with that. Is that not what we're looking for, though?
No, I mean,
is that not part of what you're looking for in a gangster?
You're looking for because I'm thinking, does Denzel in Training Day count?
I don't know. Is he? He's a cop. Crooked cop.
He's a crooked cop, but he's G'd up, man. He's so G'd up in that. Oh my god, no! Forget everything I've just said. Have you seen Say It Off? Oh, okay. No. It's Queen Latifah. And I can't remember the rest. It's terrible. Queen Latifah. I should remember at least one of them, but I don't want to misquote the names.
It's also the name of a band, which is why my research is.
Oh no, movie. Yeah. So
Queen Latifah,
Jada Pinkett is Smith, and Vivian Fox. I knew. Oh, Vivian Fox was in it. You know what? I didn't want to say her name because I didn't think she was in it, but she is in it. But I should have remembered Jada Pinkett. But anyways, they're gangsters, right? They're all normal people. They're all friends, but they end up being what are they called? Bank robbers. Yeah. So they just go robbing banks, right? And it's sick. Yeah. Oh my god. Watch it.
Actually, that's a good point. That's how I would define something as being a gang as well. It's the same set of people. Because that's a gang when it's those 4 people robbing banks. But in Baby Driver, where it's different people every time, that's not a gang.
Yeah, that's higher.
That's a temporary team.
Yeah. Very, very true. Very true.
And
they all came together for that one intent of kind of, we all need to make money together. Let's do this.
Yeah.
But I don't even, you know what? In this one, I'm going to say Queen Latifah's character is my favourite. And she goes out like a G. She goes out Denzel Training Day style. This is what clicked in my head. All guns blazing, taking it all. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my god. Can you get a character's name up just so I can put her in this list? Because she is sick in this.
Cleo.
Yeah, Cleo. Bam. Cleo. For Cleopatra. Who was... Cleo Latifah.
Just to help remember who it is.
Man, I'm going to name my daughter that.
Cleopatra Sims, the character's name.
Yeah, but she's sick. She's absolutely just so G'd up. And we don't see enough female gangsters.
Yeah. I've never seen this film, but according to Google, 91% of people like this film.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's I was actually talking about this the other day and I was like, I need to watch it.
I've never even heard of this film.
Oh, it's great. You know what it is though? You know why it is. And it deserves so much more.
I can't think of a reason why this film about 4 black women committing crimes might not have been an award winner.
But you know what? Watch it and tell me
it's shit about award winners. I feel like this is probably a under-marketed cult film that didn't have a huge budget. Oh, it made 41 million though. That's pretty good. But yeah, no, I don't remember it coming out or anything.
Very American.
To be fair, it came out when I was 4.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean?
No, but,
I've never seen it in DVDs and stuff like that. I've never come across it.
Yeah, no, but you know what it is? I think it was one of those, that you get cultural films, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of cultural films. This is one of the cultural films when I was growing up as a black youth. As a black youth.
Cultural film.
In the ghetto.
Barbershop.
Basically in that same kind of era.
I couldn't think of any more. It sounds worse because I can only think of Barbershop.
It's alright. It's not your fault that you have been so...
Every other film I could think of was like a really bad example of black culture. New Jack City.
Great film.
It is a good film. But it's like, that's not very pro anything. To be fair, this film isn't. It's about 4 bank robbers. And like Barbershop, they're just a group of nice people who run a barbershop.
Friday's a great film. Yeah. It's just about 2 guys who...
Don't be a menace in South Central.
Oh, right. Don't be a menace is... yeah. Well, it's Wayans Brothers, man. What are you going to do? You know what? That's going to be one of my favourite villains.
Complete side note from Gangsters. I've been watching My Wife and Kids.
Oh yeah. Cool.
So good.
It is really good.
I haven't seen that in ages, really good. But I've been watching it. It keeps showing up on TV.
Really good film.
Such a good series.
Series, yeah. Really good series. Wayans Brothers are really good, man. They're really good. Even what they've done with the Scream films.
The Scary Movie.
Yeah, Scary Movies. Yeah, man. Really good. Really good stuff. Anyways.
Back to Gangsters.
Because, no, actually, what I was saying about Gangsters, because you mentioned Don't Be a Menace, right? Yeah. Surely a gangster with condoms and whatever in his hair, and who brings out a rocket launcher at any given time, is got to go somewhere in your favourite gangsters, right? He's like the OG Lock. He's like the... what was it? It was Marlon's. It was
his
Marlon's.
name is Loke Dog.
Loke Dog. See?
OG Loke is probably named after him. To be fair.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. He's like
he does the laugh as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, that's where that comes from.
But he's seen the scene where he's moving. He's doing a robot with his rocket launcher. It's ridiculous. You know what? I may have to take him off OG Lock because they're basically the same person. But
no, I would say they're a little bit different. Especially, I like OG Loke though for some of the other stupid things, like him working in Burger Shot and stuff like that.
But him being
that's when you first meet him, is at like the drive-through, and stuff like that. I'd say they're different enough to keep both of them on there.
Yeah, okay.
But there are obviously quite diverse, different concepts of Gangsters that we've got so far, which is quite good. There's some mobstery stuff.
Yeah.
As well as that, like, gangster. I think there's definitely more... There must be more, like, mobstery ones. Obviously, there is, like, The Godfather and Goodfellas and stuff like that. But I don't think there are any in particular that I'm, like, super that interested in.
What's it called? What's his name? The one Joe Pesci played in Goodfellas.
Oh, that's true. I can't
He's
remember
really
his name.
good. He's really good, man. Like, obviously the whole, you know, haha funny, you know, that whole scene.
Yeah, that whole scene is
great. So, I mean, because I feel like they're never made to be big personalities in those kind of films. They're always, but he was a big personality in that film. But like in mobster films and such, they're never really big personalities. They're just very like, let's just get this done. You know, they're very like, especially Goodfellas, where the guy who's commentating is as bland as could be. Very good, obviously. That's how the character's played very well. But you know, it's just very
psychotic,
toned down. Yeah, so
they're not like
there to like
entertaining because of that. I suppose. Like,
in that sense.
Don Corleone is obviously the most like iconic mobster character of all time. But like, I'm not like, yay! I'd watch him do different films. Whereas if you put OG Loke in something else,
I'm there. Yeah, exactly that.
Or Gangsterlicious.
So, yeah, Gangsterlicious is no props again.
Or the Kingpin. I feel like they're all better gangsters. Things didn't really go that well for most of them. Is Scarface a gangster? He has a gang. Does he have a gang? He's kind of like a lone...
Yeah, of course he's got a gang. He created like... Yeah, Scarface.
So you sort of think of him as like a lone madman, but he does have a gang.
Hey, he's a political refugee from...
Look at that pelican fly.
Where is he from again?
He's Cuban, isn't he?
I'll say Cuba, but I thought it's Colombia.
Colombia might actually be right.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I'm a political refugee from...
Cuban. Yeah.
From Cuba. Yeah. Scarface. Oh my god, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, Scarface is good.
100%. Great. The film's great. The character was great.
He is a good gangster.
He's a really good gangster.
He's probably...
He fucked up a bit when he killed his best friend. He could go
very much to the top of the list, I feel here, because he is... Everything about him is driven to be power-mad gangster. Yeah. Which I think is part of what I'm looking for.
Yeah. is that what you're looking for? No, you know what? He is. He's a great example of it all as well, because he was a refugee. Yeah. Right. He came here with nothing, with just one friend. Yeah. He literally built himself up from nothing. Yeah. To having mansions, flying cars, owning basically an empire. Like... That's gangster. Yeah. That's gangster shit. And he went out like a fucking gangster as well. He went out like...
I mean, if you're talking about how well he's done, I mean, some would say that first he got the power, then he got the money, then he got the women.
Oh, okay. Wow. That was terrible.
I couldn't... is that even right?
Yeah, okay. That's something. It's something. It's, okay. First you get power. That his quote, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was going for. I said it the wrong way round. It's money first.
Cool. Great gangster. Great film. Great actor, actually. Great death. Great empire.
Great. All round great. 10 out of 10 gangster.
10 out of 10 gangster. He's gang all the way.
Great. Tony Montana, that's his name.
Yeah. Political refugee from Cuba.
Great.
I apologise to everyone I've offended.
me doing the quote and not attempting to do the voice. Instead, you do whatever that was.
It was a quote and a terrible voice.
Yeah.
Hey,
would have been better without the accent.
Well, this is me practicing. Right, I'm an actor. That's what we do. So I'm practicing.
Great. I wouldn't put that in as like an audition tape.
No, of course not. I mean,
like doing fictional gangsters. I was going to say, what about?
We're going to just name someone real. No, yeah. He isn't based on anyone, is he? Really?
No, I don't. Well, I think like a lot of things is probably based on a few people.
Loosely, but
a person.
Yeah. So that
much
works.
like Fargo is based on. It's based on real events, but all smushed together.
Is it? I thought it was based on one murder in the film.
That's the point. That's why it says this is based on true events, and then true fades out before the rest of it. It's because it's just based on events. It is based on true events. It's based on things that happened, but not a thing that happened. It's based on several things.
The film?
All of it. So
Really?
the film is based on several different things, and then the series takes some of the things that the film are based on and spreads them out across the series as well.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So it's based on a load of different crime.
Yeah, I like that film as well.
Yeah,
actually.
it's good.
Cool.
No Gangsters in it, though.
No.
Gangsters in the third series of the TV show.
No, I
V.A.
haven't even
Vargas.
started it at all.
He's fucked up.
Cool.
He's really good. The third series is really good. You should definitely watch it.
I probably should start with the first one.
Have you not watched any of it?
None.
The first and the third are really good. The second one's not as good.
Just skip the second, is that what you're saying?
It's alright, but it's not
Just
like...
skip it all. Fuck that storyline, right?
It's nothing to write home about compared to the other two.
Nah, definitely. So, no second season for Dowder.
Yeah.
Who's Dowder?
Delete it, not Dowder.
What?
Delete the second series.
Ooh, Snatch.
Mm.
No, not
Can
even
you
Snatch.
think of particular
Lock,
gangsters
Stock.
in that that were good? Lock, Stock I prefer.
Boris the... Boris the Bullet Dodger? Is it?
Boris the Blade. Snatch. That's Snatch, not Lock, Stock.
No, who's the... No.
Who are you thinking of? Who plays them?
Vinny...
Vinny Jones.
Yeah, Vinny
That's
Jones.
Big Chris. That's what he's called in Lock, Stock.
Who's the Bullet Dodger?
He's Boris.
Boris.
I just said.
You said Boris the Blade. I thought
Yeah,
someone
that's
different.
his other name.
Oh.
Boris the Blade is like the main name, and then they call him Boris the Bullet Dodger as well. At one point.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't really remember him in.
No, he was alright. He was alright. He wasn't.
But that isn't Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones in Lock, Stock is called Big Chris.
Oh, okay. No, but High Top's not.
I remember a lot more from Lock, Stock
really?
than I do from Snatch.
I remember the villain from Snatch, who's he's intense, but I don't think he's that great of a
lot
villain.
of good names in that kind of era of...
Was it Brick Top?
What's his name? Guy Ritchie films.
Can you type Brick Top in? He feeds people to pigs. Yeah, he's mental, isn't he? He's mental, isn't he? Look at him! Who's the,
He is in both, though, isn't he? He's
Rory Baker, that's the one.
The guy that's with him in Lock, Stock, is that not the same actor? Well, there's a good one. I don't know how we got past that. That's just ridiculous. We're sat in my room next to a massive Pulp Fiction poster. Nobody brought up Marcellus Wallace, who is a good gangster.
You got fucked to the arse.
It doesn't matter. just because things didn't go well for him in the film doesn't mean he's not a good gangster. He's in charge of some really fucked up people. And when things went wrong, he went out and sorted shit out himself.
Yeah.
Granted, that led to him being raped,
Well,
essentially.
he got his revenge,
well,
man.
I say
He got his
essentially.
revenge.
Literally.
Yeah, he got his revenge, though. He got his
But he's a good gangster and a good character.
Yeah.
Well, some of the people that he's in charge of, all the things that he's running, because literally everyone goes back to him. He's telling Vince and Jules and Vincent. Cool. It's because I said it the wrong way around. It threw me off. It's because I said Vince first. Jules and Vincent's the way I remember it. He's the one telling them what to do. He's the one organising the boxing and stuff like that. Yeah. He's a good gangster. He's in charge of a lot.
Fingers in a lot of pies. See, that's got to be a gangster thing. Your fingers have to be in a lot of pies, and therefore you've got to be doing a lot. You have to have tasty fingers to be a gangster, basically. That sounds a bit weird. Yeah, cool. Okay, that works. Yeah, I'll go for that. He's also the guy to play Kingpin in the
in the Ben Affleck Daredevil film.
Yeah,
that film wasn't great.
No, it wasn't great, but
he was alright in it.
Yeah,
I don't think he was as good as Vincent D'Onofrio playing him in the Netflix series, though.
Okay,
he's very good.
I haven't
because he comes across as really like menacing and like he's in command of a lot of things.
Fair.
It feels like he's proper in charge.
Has he got the crazy eye thing going on as well? Because I
he's
remember he
got
had
that general crazy thing. He's also got that like nice proper sense to him. Like they show him like making an omelette in the morning, and he does it very specifically. And he sets out little plates, and he's got like a thing of salt and a thing of herbs and stuff that he sprinkles on top of it.
Yeah,
and he wears like a kimono and stuff like that. And there's this whole thing to do with him and art, and he's like obsessed with this painting that is essentially just plain white. And he becomes obsessed with it. And then when he gets put in prison, he stares at his wall that's just plain white and looks exactly like the painting. Is there some really interesting like bits of writing in that?
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
But yeah, I think he's a very good version of the Kingpin. So looking at this list, I've got up Tony Soprano. I never really got into The Sopranos. So I don't really have much to say about him. A lot of the people on
Fat
this
Tony, oh my god.
are people from The Godfather.
Oh,
Fat Tony. Oh, from The Simpsons.
God,
yeah, I like Fat Tony.
I love Fat Tony.
And I really like the one of the three of them that is
one.
essentially Clamps out of the three of them from Futurama.
With
The one with the curly hair.
Yeah.
He's got the same kind of voice.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll put Fat Tony in there though.
I like Fat Tony though. I also like his son, who is essentially becomes him as well. I like that.
I remember that bit. Do you know who I do like? His cousin that Homer has to show around for a bit. That spits
who's like a bit of an idiot.
Hilarious. Hilarious. But you know what it is? Again, if it's back to the whole... I feel like with mobster films, they're just not big personalities. There's nothing to attach to.
They're all kind of cold.
And fair dues, it just makes the story a lot more interesting.
Yeah,
because
he's a lot more villainous.
Yeah.
Whereas I suppose some of the other ones we've mentioned, you wouldn't really take that seriously.
Yeah, there is a bit of a comic factor.
They're enjoyable because shit gangsters are more fun than actually good gangsters.
Because actually good gangsters are just serious murderers.
You've got to be like pulling out some good jokes and stuff to be like a good gangster who's also entertaining.
The Spider-Man of gangsters.
You've got to be the Spider-Man of gangsters.
And that's how people are going to love you.
There's a good point brought up on this list. Jabba the Hutt.
No.
Just instant no.
No.
Why no?
Like, the guy he's... Okay, cool, he runs a syndicate, but he's just a fat slob who basically does fuck all.
Who sits there, earns money, gets fed, has slaves... He's kind of prime gangster. Doesn't matter. He's kind of got whatever he wants going on. He also has like a death pit.
A what?
That's a pretty hardcore gangster thing to have. Just a pit of death to trap people in.
Yeah. He's not that impressive, I'm sorry. I just see him as a fat slob. Literally. A slog.
I think you're focusing on the wrong attributes of him though.
Well, no, because I feel like a gangster should be proactive.
Think about the power.
Well, I don't know. Right, you know the Greek bot in Futurama, the one that just chills there, gets gets the
hedonism bot.
Yeah. So I mean, like, he's got power. He's got people just feeding him. He's that doesn't make him cool. Fuck him. Fuck him is what I say.
But he's not a gangster.
No, he's not.
He's a robot designed entirely to do that.
Yeah,
he is hedonism bot.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't like Jabba. It's just nothing much I can say about that, really.
You seen Sons of Anarchy?
No.
I like Sons of Anarchy. This list has Gemma, who is Jax's mum. She is quite fucked up. She's probably one of the better characters in the show. I would definitely say that. But she wouldn't be the person I'd put on there as big time gangster. No. I would put Ron Perlman's character, who is obviously he's the head of the gang in the first one. She tells him what to do, so she is kind of in charge really, but he's like the head of the gang. But he's very good and he's very fucked up. Like
I haven't seen it.
It's because they're all like bikers. There's kind of this whole like it's camaraderie and we're all friends, but then really it's just like let's go do some arms dealing and shoot people. They've kind of got like this clean. When they're around together, it's just fun party times, and then they go do fucked up stuff, which I kind of like that kind of thing. But I think he's really good, Ron Perlman's character.
On that, do you remember? Have you seen Weeds?
Yes. You're going to say the...
Well, I was going to say the main character. I think she's a gangster in every sense, really. Like,
I thought you were going to bring up U-Turn.
Which one's U-Turn?
The guy he's in like the third series, who, spoiler alert, kills the guy that she is almost about to start dating, who she works with. Yeah. Is his name Roman or something like that?
He's their first
Roman.
He's Roman at the first connect that she has with the two women and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
maybe his name's not Roman. I can't remember his bloody name.
I can't remember her name.
Something similar like that. Her name's Nancy.
Nancy, yeah. So Nancy's a gangster, right?
Romany.
Yeah.
That might be the actual actor's name. Hold on. What's the character's name?
Yeah, that is him as well.
Yeah, that's the actor's name. I can't remember what the character's called. But yeah, either way. Yeah, I suppose if you consider her a gangster, would you say she has a gang? She kind of gets her family to do everything.
Well, she gets a fact, but obviously, like, you know, let's just call him Robert for now. He's got a little crew that she deals with mostly, and that she basically deals with gangsters.
Yeah,
like she
basically she definitely deals
housewife.
With gangsters, but is she a gangster herself?
Well, she starts dealing drugs.
Conrad, his name is. That's
cool.
it.
Right. Oh, that's not Robin then.
Well, his name is Roman, so it was close. Fuck, I think I did well to remember the actor's name.
Yeah, because she does. I think she gets very involved in gangster activities.
Yeah,
she
is really good though.
She's really good.
Because she's like, I like that they have her flawed side of it. I like her like Californian rich housewife side still, even when she's at like the highest point, she's still getting Starbucks and stuff like that. I like that about her.
She's loosely based on a real character though.
Yes, she is. It's a Genji Cohen program. Most of them are based on like biographies and then expanded from that. It's the same thing with Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
And I think Glow must be as well. Which is their new show.
Oh, right, yeah.
Even on Orange is the New Black, the main character is called Piper Kerman, and if you watch the credits at the beginning, it says consultant Piper Kerman.
Oh,
so she actually works with the show as well and helped them get down for the first couple of series.
Interesting one about the about Nancy. I don't know if her real name was Nancy.
No, it might not have been.
But she's Snoop Dogg's weed connect.
Is she?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's
right?
pretty cool.
Like, that is, so, which again brings that's another reason to put on the top of the list. You know what I mean?
Can say people that aren't based on real people, but I feel like she isn't.
She's not really.
Like, I don't think
it's
the
just
it's
just a loose kind
like,
of idea of her.
The Pablo Escobar thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that is supposed to be about him directly, whereas this is sort of based on her. Then isn't really.
It's just taking loose bits of her.
I'd say that's far enough to put onto the list.
Yeah, cool. Nancy makes it
because I really like her as well. So I kind of want her to be
I
on
like
there.
the fact we've got 2 female gangsters up in this bitch. It's good.
Yeah, I think we are missing stuff.
We're always gonna miss stuff.
Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Blonde is the one on this list. Is that the one you'd go for? Is he the best gangster? I would argue they're not really gangsters.
Yes. Because back to your whole thing about
they're just brought together for that one job.
Exactly that. That. Back to the whole thing about
I like them, but I wouldn't really call them a gang. They're there for a specific task. I wouldn't say that they're a team.
So this person I'm not going to put on the list, but seeing as I've just seen them.
Yeah.
Back to Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Winston, the Wolf.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know why I won't put him on? Because of these fucking adverts.
The current adverts on it are really stupid.
Ruined. He was gangster. He was.
Yeah.
Image shattered.
I like that he's like the fixer as well. He's like he just shows up to solve problems.
Yeah.
The adverts are really stupid.
They're really killing me.
Really do not help.
Yeah.
They kind of do take away a lot from the character.
Yeah, I'm out. I think that's it. That's me. That's why I've gangstered out.
Like every time we do top 5 lists, I feel like we're missing a lot.
Probably will be. Like, he keeps coming up, and like, so Nino Brown is like a... Do you know why Nino Brown is really... This is more of a rap thing. Okay, you've got
a better gangster than...
You've got someone that. Okay,
better than Nino Brown, better than everyone.
Go on.
Is the same actor. That's what made me suddenly jump straight to it.
Alright.
Wesley Snipes, Demolition Man, Simon Phoenix.
Okay.
Simon Phoenix is awesome.
Yeah.
I love him.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And he has a gang. He's a gangster. He's in charge of this whole gang.
Yeah.
And you can't argue with Illuminate. Deluminate.
Oh my god.
Illuminate. Deluminate. He's mental.
Yeah. What has he got? Has he got mohawk in that?
No, he's got like a blonde fade.
Is it a fade?
Yeah.
I thought it was
it's it's a bit of a wedge. It's
a
bit on the
yeah.
Okay,
memory. Cool. Yeah. So
and he wears dungarees like fucking Chucky. He looks like he's at a child's play.
Yeah, he's
but he does a lot of fucked up stuff. He's very good. At one point, he gouges someone's eye out to use it to scan through doors.
That's really smart.
He does a lot of cool fucked up shit.
He just chop the head off though.
He could, but why not just take the eye? It's more pocketable.
Yeah, but like the person may still be alive.
No, he killed. I'm pretty sure he can do both things and make sure they're also dead.
Good. You don't want him to suffer. Right? You know what I mean?
You don't want him to go through that.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's a lot of gangsters I can think of now, especially since coming out with that, like in Swordfish. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman hacking film.
Yeah.
John Travolta's character in that is a good gangster, but he is just like he's not this kind of gangster that I'm looking for. He's like he's a good villain. He's a good bad guy who's doing fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
But he's not like the kind of gangster that I'm looking for. I want someone that is commanding people to do fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
I suppose there's again a problem with Simon Phoenix. He doesn't really get the others to do much. He's a very good character. I love him as a character. But I don't think he's really getting anyone else to do things. But then again, I suppose that's the same thing with OG Loke. And people were like that. I like them as a character.
Yeah.
But he hasn't got a gang to command, so is he really a gangster?
Wait, is this OG Log in San Andreas?
Yeah.
No, okay. Log Dog. Because Log Dog had a bit of a gang thing.
Yeah.
He got people to do
So it
shit.
depends. Are we just saying someone in a gang, or are we looking for someone that's more commanding?
No, I don't think you have to be commanding.
I don't think you have to be in charge of the gang, but I mean...
Yeah, he's still involved.
Yeah. But I like Simon Phoenix.
Affiliation.
I might stick Simon Phoenix on my list.
Right. My list is going to stay as it is, to be fair.
You already worked out your list.
Yeah, I was going to say, though, Nino Brown was just... he's just... You know those names that come up in rap a lot?
Yeah.
Funny enough, I watched a video today talking about how Grey Poupon, the mustard, is very, very popular in rap music.
Is it? Did it get referenced a
lot?
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. This video this morning was so interesting. It was by Vox. So shouts out to Vox for going out for that. But yeah, Grey Poupon is greatly referenced in hip hop.
That's
mustard. Mustard. Imagine.
I suppose it's the thing associated because of the old adverts and stuff like that. It's sort of associated with fancy people and stuff like that. So it's kind of a good, easy reference.
Exactly
and
that.
a weird rhyme to fit into stuff.
Exactly that. Coupon, Poupon, futon, crouton.
You said poupon, then went, like, poupon's not a word. You're talking about Grey Poupon. So it is a word. It's the one you're trying to rhyme stuff with.
I was like, that word shouldn't be in that list. Yeah. So that was some random facts for you. And Nina Brown.
Should we go through the list of what we've got written down?
Yeah.
And then try and work stuff out. I still feel like we're missing so many things.
Go for the list.
Right, so we've got OG Loke.
Yeah.
Dominic. Demonic. Elias.
Not just an alias.
The Joker.
With
Kingpin.
No knocking him down.
Gangsterlicious.
Delicious gangsters.
Cleo from whatever that film was called you were talking about.
Set it off.
But
she sets it up.
Loke Dog from
He's a dog.
Don't Be a Menace.
Sorry.
Scarface.
Still looking for cosmetics. I've got nothing,
nothing for that.
Nothing for that.
Marcellus Wallace. Molested by a gimp. Nancy Botwin.
But will she win?
No, that's terrible. And Simon Phoenix.
Reborn.
I feel like there are so many that we're missing out here.
That's just...
Which is such a problem. I can see like all of my DVDs from here, and if I took a second to look through them, we'd probably find a lot more.
It's too late.
Great.
Yeah, okay, God.
We've missed someone very good from my favourite film.
I mean, they're very bad.
Do you know what my favourite film is?
Can
you remember?
I don't know. I feel like it's not my favourite film.
Probably not, because we're two separate entities.
Oh, damn. We are.
What is your favourite film?
I don't know.
Oh, that's good. So whatever it was wouldn't have been the same as yours because you don't know what your favourite film is. Head of like an anarchist group. Is it a gang? It's definitely a fight club.
Oh.
Tyler Durden.
Oh, yeah, he's a... Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I was going to say Fight Club.
Tyler Durden's amazing. I was so going to say Fight Club.
I knew that was your favourite film.
And he's a great gangster.
I don't know why I didn't say it. I have more faith in myself.
He's a great gangster as well because he's running them to do all these kind of fucked up things. And he's so good at being a gangster that he is duping himself, essentially. He has the police on his side towards the end of it as well.
I don't know. Just hear me on this.
Why don't you know?
And you know, I'm always on Tyler Durden's side, right? But I feel like he's not a gangster. He's more like a figurehead Like, he...
What about that? Isn't he has a gang of people?
But he I don't know, he himself doesn't really do gang activities, you know? Like, he's not...
Destroying the Starbucks.
Well, yeah, he blows shit up. He's more of a
like
terrorist than a gangster.
Yeah. But what's the difference?
Whoa. Gangsters don't create terror. They're very like...
Yes, they do.
Well, no,
just because
like,
it has a different branding
wait,
doesn't mean it's not essentially the same thing.
Because, right, I feel like gangsters, right, the shit they do essentially only affects gangsters. Essentially.
But it's because he's an anarchist.
Damage. Exactly.
Gangster.
Anarchist gangster. That's
he's not. No, he's in charge of a gang of people. That makes him a gangster. More so than OG Loke, who is on this list.
Yeah, well,
who is in charge of no one.
But...
So why is he a gangster? Because he refers to himself as a gangster more than someone who's in charge of a gang.
What would you call them, a gang?
Yeah.
They're a club.
Project Mayhem. They're not a club. They're not a fight club. They're more than that.
Well...
They're a gang. They're like his loyal followers.
Just because
he's being a figurehead is the same thing as a gang. All a gang is the same thing as like a politician, but without being voted to be in charge of a thing.
Yeah, but I feel like
it's dictatorship on the streets.
I feel like the way he operated was more like created a cult than created a gang.
I still feel like you're just arguing semantics of two of the same things.
Okay. It is slightly...
If a cult commits crimes, they're a gang. Let's look up the definition of a gang.
Because I feel... I don't know. I don't know how to explain this.
Let's even just look up the definition of gangster.
Organised group of criminals, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, they're a group.
A gangster. A member of a gang of violent criminals.
But are they violent criminals?
They destroyed a Starbucks.
They're your postmen.
Several Starbuckses.
They're your
They were going to castrate a man.
They're your policemen. They're your drivers. They're your caddies.
These are all different forms of gangs.
What? Caddies? Fine. No, but I don't... I'm
just because you don't want it on your list doesn't mean it's not correct and it's still going on mine.
Fine. I mean, you fought for it, so...
Regardless, I think it counts. And I think you're just trying to shut down other things because you've decided your list.
No.
And so you don't want outside sources coming in and changing it.
It's not that. Tyler Durden can fly. But I just don't know. You know?
He's more of a gangster than some of the other people on this list.
I mean, OG Locke has gangster in his name. Original Gangster Locke.
You're assuming that's what OG stands for. It
doesn't
stand for anything.
It doesn't stand for anything else apart from Original Gangster.
Ogden Jerome Loke.
That's
his real name.
Oh, no, that's a good name, actually. Yeah. Original Gangster.
Just naming yourself gangster doesn't make you a gangster.
Sure it does.
Dr. Dre isn't a doctor.
Whoa, he's a doctor.
He doesn't have a medical degree.
He's a doctor of sound. What are you talking about? He's a radiologist.
He's a radiologist. A radiologist. Nice.
Sorry, yeah, go on.
I think we can leave it at that. There are still going to be people we're missing, but I think that's enough. You said you had a top 5 already. What is your top 5 that you already have?
Oh, was it like listed? As in I had the order?
I want your actual... No, they don't need to be in order. Just give me a top 5. We never actually ever managed to put them in order.
Right, so OG, Elias, Kingpin, and Cleo is 4, right?
Yeah. And have you got a number 1?
That's 4. So I'm going to just put my last one. You know what? I'm torn. Yeah. Because I like Scarface. It's a really good one. He's like, you know what? Yeah, Scarface is my number 1. Simple as.
He's your number 1.
Yeah. Because he's like...
as well.
And he's... you know what? No. He's not my number 1. I'm going to put Elias as my number 1 because he's not violent.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Scarface is
He's commanding enough to not need to be violent.
Yeah. He's got this kind of refined thing about him that I think makes a better gangster. It makes one that lives longer anyways. So we'll put as that. So Elias is my number 1. And then it will go Cleo and then Scarface, right? Cleo because she's sick. She's just OG out here, you know what I mean? And then, Scarface. Then we're going to go Kingpin, then OG Lock.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Mine, I think there's only going to be two people that I think cross over from yours, which would be Kingpin and Scarface.
Cool.
I think Kingpin is the best comic book gangster by far.
By typical definition.
Because I think he's more gangster.
Yeah.
He's more of an in-charged, organised crime person
Yeah.
compared to a lot of the others.
That villain.
The closest would be the Penguin, because he does run like mobs.
Yeah.
But I think Kingpin's slightly better. I think he's just sort of more accomplished.
Yeah.
And Scarface is really good. I'm going to throw in Tyler Durden. I just think having people that are following you like a cult only makes you a better figurehead of a gang.
Hey, okay.
Cool. And then I like Simon Phoenix, but I don't really think of him as a gangster. I think of him just as a criminal villain.
Yeah.
As much as I like him. I'm probably going to go Marcellus Wallace, and due to your arguments for it, I'm going to go Nancy Botwin.
Cool.
Because
I'm actually happy.
I really like Nancy Botwin, and I think before I didn't really think of her as a gangster, but the way that you've explained it a little bit, like the way she has like this web of connections, she really is a gangster.
Yeah, she is.
Because I just sort of think of her as a dealer, not like a gangster, but she does.
No. She gets into gang wars.
But people do as she does, and even the thing with U-Turn, the bit where they're against each other, she does essentially have all these people backing her up. She's been in a gang war. She controls other people's gangs using the fact that she's got the supply and stuff like that.
She's got the bomb-ass weed.
I don't know who to put as number one. I feel like it should be Kingpin or Tyler Durden, but I still kind of want it to be Nancy Botwin because I like her style.
I like her.
I like the fact that she's kind of got like this like sort of luxury gangster style, but not in a way that's like I've got a limousine and all these fancy things. She's just like
it's
drinking Starbucks and being a mum. I love the fact that she's like a regular mum as well.
Yeah.
I like that. I might have to put her higher up on my list. I might put Nancy as my favourite gangster. Because I think her style is what I like. That's what I want from gangsters. I don't want like...
You don't want them going around shooting everyone, do you?
I think what appeals to me about gangsters as a concept in entertainment and stuff like that is controlling people. It's not being violent. That's what henchmen do.
Yeah.
Someone who can control everyone without doing...
the violent
stuff
work,
like that.
Work.
I think that's what's interesting. So I think I'd put Nancy higher than everyone else.
That's why I wanted to put Elias up there.
Yeah. So I think the two that have crossed over for us to come up with the number one is Kingpin and Scarface.
Yeah.
So one of them has to be number one.
Out of those two,
who would it be?
Scarface for me.
Yeah, I think
enjoyable character more so.
As much as he's really violent, and the opposite of why we've picked our number ones.
Sometimes you've got to love the character.
I know, but
and you've got to love the story
Kingpin's
as well,
got more of that, though. As much as he is violent, he is more in control.
He's got a story, though. He's got a story. I can relate.
Kingpin has a lot more story because he's got an ongoing stuff. He's got a lot of story.
I don't know Kingpin's origin story, so I can't comment on that. But
he's just a gangster.
Scarface,
really
exactly. But Scarface has got he's come over
Scarface
from Cuba.
Is very entertaining.
He's come over from Cuba.
Yeah.
He's a political
he did a lot
from Cuba.
On his own. Okay, fine. I'll go. Yeah, fine. I'm happy with Scarface to be.
Fine. Yeah.
I'm happy with Scarface to be the top.
Yeah.
To be our number one choice.
Typical
as much as it defies both
Scarface.
of our number ones.
Did he have a scar on his face?
I don't think he did. I can't remember why he's actually called Scarface.
Damn. That's yeah.
Yeah. Wow. He was so hardcore.
Yeah.
He was named after everyone else's scars. Wow. He didn't even have the scar
terrible.
for him to have got the name.
That's so terrible. That is just so terrible.
So number one, Scarface with Kingpin in a close second.
Cool.
Anything else to add to that? Any shout outs?
Shouts out all the gangsters.
No. I think you should shout out that film with Queen Latifah. Since
I thought I would shout it out. I would definitely recommend everyone go watch that film because it's just so good. And we did make a joke about it earlier, but I do feel like that film got really cheated. It got really cheated due to the cast and due to what it's about.
Yeah.
But
That's like I say, it came out when we were 4, so
yeah. No, but
we
even
really
as
say
a general,
about how it was marketed and stuff like that.
even as a general kind of like there are films of that era that done similar things. You know,
it's overlooked.
It's overlooked, but not even on the race thing, on the gender issue. Yeah. I think it's greatly overlooked because there are people who know about Training Day and won't know about people will know about like real gangster films. If you want to, like, that's one of the realest gangster films. I'm like, it's real to the point where it deals with real life issues as well. Like it deals with a situation that will drive 4 women to become bank robbers. You know, like it's great. It's great. So shouts that out. Yeah.
My shout out. I can't think of another thing to do with gangsters that's worth shouting out. I feel like everything's pretty well represented. So I'm gonna shout out Weeds, just in case anyone hasn't seen it.
Sick.
Such a good series. Definitely, if you haven't seen Weeds, go and watch some of it. It's all right near the beginning. I think it gets better when Andy comes into it, because I like Andy. I think he's funny. Her stepbrother.
Yeah.
Not stepbrother, her brother-in-law.
Yeah, brother-in-law. Yeah, cool.
He's funny. I
he is. Yeah.
Him and Doug kind of make the whole thing for me, because I think they're the funnier side of it. And it's also just super fucked up in parts of it. There's a lot to not go into, because we might talk about it. But it's definitely a good series, and you should definitely check that out. If you want to hear more from me, you can search for Renegade Pineapple on YouTube. If you want to hear more SG, you can go on soundcloud.com/ is it SG Souls on SoundCloud? No, Mr. Souls. Soul spelled SOLS, no U in it.
Because there's no U in my soul. And that's terrible.
It's the same on... I'm going to ignore it. It's the same on most things, but you can get links from it from SoundCloud. I'm assuming you've linked everything together. If you want to find the YouTube and stuff, it'll be linked on the SoundCloud. If you want to hear more from this podcast, we're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram as well. If you go on iTunes, you can leave us a review, which would really help us. Like it everywhere, share it everywhere, tell everyone about it, leave comments. What's your question of the day?
Alright, so basically, if you was a villain or criminal or gangster, if you was a gangster, what would your gangster name be?
You yourself or your gang?
Both.
What would you refer to yourself as? And what would the gang be?
Because you could name your gang after yourself.
Like the Baseball Furies and the Warriors. That's a good gang name.
We didn't even touch the Warriors, did we?
No, there's not a particular gangster from that I actually like, though. I like the gangs, not the gangsters. That's just a person.
It's character in it, sorry.
Anyway, that's it for this podcast. We'll see you next time. We will be doing the regular looking up.
Regular show?
We're doing the regular show. We'll be doing the regular... We'll do the regular show where we talk about a specific topic. That's it for this podcast. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's a wonderful waste of time.